Hey kids, welcome to another episode of the FMV Archive. Today we are reviewing Dead Reset, released in September 2025 for pretty much everything. You can get this on the PS5, the Switch, Steam. I think I saw this on Xbox also. This game is pretty readily available. It's an interactive movie, so this is kind of a choose-your-own-adventure game by Wells Interactive. They've done a lot of other games. Night Shift is one that we've reviewed here. I think they did a couple other ones. A lot of choose-your-own-adventure full-motion video game. This one is the sensitive story is Cole. You wake up at gunpoint and you need to do surgery on a woman that has an alien growing inside of her. Sure, we've seen it before. Have we seen it before where you keep dying and resetting and redoing everything that you've done before? I think not. This one's been out about a week. Metacritic has this at a 65 overall. Ouch, pretty low score. I think I know why, but we're going to see if I think that you should be putting this one into your library. Look and graphics, let's start with that one right there. It looks absolutely amazing. You're in a tight, confined area. It's dark where it needs to be dark. It's light where it needs to be light. But you know what they do, kids? They use practical effects. The monster in this one is an actual thing. It's not just some CGI crap. It is really good-looking practical effects. The blood is blood. The surgeries they do on things are surgeries, and they're cutting open real things. It's not CGI. The only thing I will take, I'm not going to take a minus point away, but let's stop using the fake electricity. It never looks real when it's spurting out of a TV or crawling across the light. It doesn't look good. It hasn't looked good since Ghostbusters. It didn't look good in any movie. Fake electricity looks fake, so let's not use it. But overall, 10 out of 10 for looking graphics. It's pretty darn amazing. My only minor complaint is there's a lot of switches on this craft. It reminded me of the old NCC 1701 Star Trek fans. A lot of dials on this. I would have thought there had been more computers, but overall still looked really good. Number 2, the gameplay. Wales does pretty much choose your own adventure games. They're not too much in the gameplay with the games that they do or that are full motion video. There aren't, quick time events or anything. It is just you making decisions and controlling the narrative. So we're not going to kind of hammer them on the gameplay here because this is what they do. The one thing I do like about this one comparative to like Night Shift or anything, it seems like the pace is a little bit quicker, and it also it's divided up into chapters. I like that, and there is like achievements that you can see in each chapter. Did I do all the things to get this check mark? Enjoyed that. Thought that was an improvement for what they do, which is just usually a bare bones choose your own adventure. So they do add a little bit to this. Gonna give it a 6 overall for gameplay. Up next, the story. What is this story? You are Cole. You wake up at gunpoint, and you need to do surgery on this person right now. Right now. And you have no idea why you're there, who you are, what you're doing. But as you do the surgery, this alien pops out, kills the entire crew. You see where I'm going here. It's Dead Reset. Every time you die, it resets to the last thing that you did. And now eventually you get to a point where you kind of hit milestones and you get to the next scene of it. And when you die, then you go back to that point. So it starts making sense the more you get. That's what I like about this one. There are breadcrumbs sprinkled the entire time that lead you kind of to the ending, just giving you a little bit of information with each one. Not movie convenience for this one, not script convenience, which I do appreciate. There are reasons that Cole is not finding out what he needs to find out to figure out who he is and what he is. So I really liked that. Story in a nutshell, alien, you're on a confined space and you need to kill this alien and get out of the space. That's pretty much what it is. It's been done before, but this one's done particularly well. 10 out of 10 for the story. Number 4, the dialogue. Something I just spoke about. It is people buy Cole's story really easily and you're like, what? This is an extravagant story here. Why are they? And it starts making sense the more you go through it. And then the ending, it's kind of all explained, but the dialogue makes sense. The only thing that I think kind of doesn't make sense in there is there's, one of the antagonists in there is very bad, and we all know this person is very bad, and no one kind of pressures her, at any point of this. She has something against them, but, that kind of doesn't get fleshed out. How she's going to get against them, I don't know. But overall, the dialogue's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's quickly paced. There's no kind of fluff or filler in here. I enjoyed it. Dialogue's a 10 out of 10. Number 5, the consequences of your decisions. What does it do to the storyline with what you choose? From what I can tell through my couple playthroughs, it definitely changes the narrative. One of the other things it changes is, a decision I made in the middle of the game greatly affected my ending for the game. So, while you're making these decisions, you think, they don't matter too much. And what some people have complained about this is like, well, it doesn't matter what you do because when you die, you just come back. Yes, kind of. It's not like Mario Brothers where you get 3 lives and when you die, you have to use continue. When you run out of continues, the game game is over. No, that's part of the story, you resetting in this one. So not going to knock you for that. I thought the consequences made sense, thought they were quickly paced. 8 overall for that. Number 6, the acting. A lot of these actors have worked together before. They worked with the director, Stuart Spark, on How to Kill Monsters. And I think 3 or 4 of them were on that movie together. So they've worked together. There's some chemistry. You can see the chemistry in the acting here. They're definitely comfortable with each other, and they're all working. It's in a very tight, it's a small cast, and they're in a tight spot, so they've got to be working together. David Thrice, the lead in this one, kind of the person you are controlling, really, really good. He's got about 30 credits to his name. Doesn't look like anything incredibly large at this point, but I hope he gets more work, because I think he's really good. I hope he gets more FMV video game work, because he was pretty darn excellent in this one. Usually in an FMV game, you're going to find some weak spots, especially in the BC characters, but no, everything's pretty legit in this one. I liked it. Acting's a 10 overall. Number 7, direction and cinematography. The things that are really good. The monster. They show the monster and they show it a lot. They don't go cheap on the monster. Love that aspect of this. It's dark where it needs to be dark, but it's not so dark that you can't see things. I hate that. Chris Carter, the creator of the X-Files, the first couple seasons, everything was super dark. He's like, we didn't have a budget, so we couldn't show you anything. That's why it was so dark. This one, it has enough of a budget, or they're smart enough to use their budget wisely, so you can see everything that you need to see. And like I said, the monster's really, really good in this. I love it. It grows, it changes shapes. A+ for the monster. Overall, direction, cinematography, really good. The Asylum, this is better than anything the Asylum puts out. That's a low budget. If you know who the Asylum is, you know who the Asylum is. Super low budget movie makers. This looks like better than anything that they've put together. And I'm sure the budget for this was much lower than what they do for Asylum movies. So really good. 10 overall for direction and cinematography. Number 8, the music. Music pretty solid on this one. Rarely in action and sci-fi movies is music really all that great. You think of Vangelis for Blade Runner. That's a classic one. Goldsmith on Alien. Absolutely amazing for Alien. And 2001 Space Odyssey, Fifth Element. Really good ones here. This one obviously isn't that good, but it's solid. I enjoyed it. I thought it made sense. The stings were there where they needed to be. Good bass in there, and it was never too loud. Sound mixing good. So the music is an 8 overall. Number 9, inventiveness. How inventive is this? A couple of things that I did like. You have to play it the whole way through. At least on my playthrough, I didn't realize that you could stop and kind of change decisions in it, which I do like that. That makes it too easy. I want to earn it. Adding the chapters, adding the achievements in those chapters, I liked how that was laid out. It made sense. It was easy to follow, and it kind of broke up the game a little bit. Nothing crazily inventive, but, a little bit of fresh takes here from Wells Interactive, so I do like that. 6 overall for inventiveness. Number 10, fun, our most important factor. How much fun is this game? I had a blast playing it. I like sci-fi, I like horror, and this is a really good one. I would have enjoyed watching this movie had it just played out. We probably will put a full movie cut up on here. We're going to find an ending and a gameplay that we liked, and we'll cut it up. I had a ton of fun playing this. If you like sci-fi and you like horror and you like to choose your own adventure, really, really good. I like this a lot better than I liked Night Shift, their other one. I thought that was really good. I like this a lot better than I saw Black Clouds. I think it's much better, tighter story than that one. If you do like this, a couple movies to check out. Primer, Time Crimes, Coherence, all kind of deal with kind of interdimensional different time shifts. I think you'd like those ones. So our final score is an 88. Wow, pretty high. But is this something on our final verdict that you should be adding to your game library? Absolutely. Game is a lot of fun. I loved it. It's long enough too. It's a full movie. This is not like a half-hour excursion here. You're in this for the long haul. Great gameplay, great movie. It moves at a quick pace. The acting is phenomenal for a full motion video game. Love every aspect of this one. This is one, check it out. If you could please hit like, please hit subscribe. That would do us a bunch of help. Otherwise, we will be back at some point with a cinematic cut of this. So if you want to watch it in its entirety, we'll definitely have that as well. Thank you. Have a good one.